In this video, we cover 13 clues that you missed in the Town Hall 13 update teaser reveal video. I think everyone watching the video is pretty convinced that Town Hall 13 is coming, but you will be even more convinced after watching this video. And at the end of the video, I'm also going to share with you some concrete information that we received in relation to a release date. So there was a little bit of a clue in the video which we will showcase for the 13th clue, but we later received information as to when the update may be. Very excited to share that one with you guys, but let's dive into the first clue that you may have missed. Number one is that the goblins and barbarians are deployed at the same time. Now, why is that significant? Well, yes, they are running through the number 13. I think everybody realized that. But Town Hall 13 shaping attacks, currently within Clash of Clans, you cannot deploy more than one troop at the same time. You could deploy a lot of barbarians from numerous areas of the base, but you couldn't deploy them simultaneously with the goblins. Is shaping attacks meaning that we can deploy more than one troop? Now, this really starts to complex the game, but it could be possible. I don't think it would be the same mechanic that we currently have, because if you tap, and let's say you tapped both troops in order to highlight them, how would the game then know where you want to deploy which troop? However, there could be a drag mechanic that could potentially then deploy both troops. Perhaps this is just a red herring thrown in there in order to trick us, but it could mean something, and something that not everyone picked up on. Personally, I want to say that this one is a red herring. I do think it would be too complicated to deploy numerous troops at the same time, but share your thoughts in the comments. Clue number two, related to number one in that Town Hall 13, is shaping attacks. There is a strong emphasis on siege machines throughout the video. Now, what if Town Hall 13, given that Town Hall 12 can defend attacks, what if Town Hall 13 could attack attacks? What if Town Hall 13 was the siege machine in itself? Bit of a mind bender, that one, but something that I did read within my comments of the video, and it was definitely interesting and definitely got you thinking outside of the box. Maybe that is, again, something unrelated, but is it something that could mean something interesting? Number three, the clan castle level is number 13. So yes, most of the very easy 13s across the video were really easily picked up on. But an extra one in there, just so that you know there's a lot of 13s in the video, is that the clan castle is also level 13. Just to throw another one in there. Now, there's even more in relation to that. A lot of us picked up the fact that the Roman numerals were number 13. Now, that's the only one that I personally recognized. However, I did read over on the Clash of Clans Reddit that this base actually means 13 in Chinese. Maybe someone can confirm that down in the comments section. However, that is another clue to the number 13. Now, assumably, this base, the first one that was shown in the update What Could It Mean video, also means 13 in something. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it must. Why would it be there if it wasn't? If anyone does know what this means, be sure to let me know in the comments. I feel I might have opened the door there to a lot of people just saying it means 13. But how does it mean 13 is what we want from you guys. Before we move on to the next clue, which is one of my favorites for this video, I want you to do me a quick favor. Drop down in the comments a simple yes or no. A quick show of hands, how many people do think Town Hall 13 is coming based on this video, and how many people don't think Town Hall 13 is coming based on this video? Quick show of hands so we can get a gauge here as to how convincing this is. I'm really interested as to how many people don't think it is coming, and if you would be so kind as to pop in there as well, why you don't think it's coming. That would be interesting, but on to the next clue. Clue number 6 of this video. We had this image of the Hog Rider. Now, I missed this clue the first time around. Many of you guys might have seen my video where I theorized what the teaser video meant, and I do think it means Town Hall 13 in my opinion, but there's an image of something, if we zoom in, above the Hog Rider. Now, this is not like anything we currently have in the game. It is quickly covered by an arrow within the teaser video itself, so that's how a lot of people might have missed it, including myself. But I want to put my neck out there. I think this is a siege machine. I think it looks too big to be a troop, but I really don't know. It could be a new troop. It's a new something. That's what I want to say. This is something new. There's a strong emphasis on siege machines. This looks like a transport system of some sort. I think this is a new siege machine. What do you guys think? On the subject of Hog Riders, many people did miss this one. Now, this is something I talked about in my initial video, but I know a lot of people missed it when I talked to them. The Hog Riders are deployed in the shape of number 13. Again, reference to number 13. Some of you may have seen that, some of you might have missed it. I did see an interesting comment on Reddit. I don't think it's true, I think it's not really related, but shaping attacks. What if we could deploy troops in custom shapes? It might be cool for swagging troops at the end of a raid, but I don't think it would make any strategic sense. On to clue number 8. Now, this one is very cool as well because it's very subtle. There is a strong emphasis on Hog Riders throughout the video. There's not a lot of troops shown. For example, Electro Dragon, regular dragon, baby dragon for that matter. It's not even in the video, but the Hog Rider is shown a number of times. Does that mean that a new potential troop could be related to the Hog Rider? We've already got, like I said, baby dragon, electro dragon, regular dragon, a little bit of a theme going on there. We have the Hog Glider in the builder base, but what if we had a troop related to the Hog Rider within the main village, Town Hall 13? Something that is very subtle that I don't think many people would have picked up on, but there is a lot of Hog Riders shown. Again, it might be unrelated, but I think a lot of what Supercell do is very planned and it's very precise. They will know that there's been a lot of Hog Riders in this video. It may or may not be related, but I think it's something that was subtle enough that many people missed it. Clue number 9 is somewhat related, but it's with the builder. A very strong emphasis throughout the video on the builder. Now, this could just mean that we are getting upgrades. We're upgrading Town Hall 12 to Town Hall 13. The builder was sat inside the spell factory at one stage in the video. I personally think that means an upgrade to the spell factory and a new spell. However, a lot of the images throughout the video were on the corkboard of the Clash of Clans progression, so this could be completely unrelated, but there was definitely a strong emphasis on the builder. He did at one stage walk off the village, completely off the village, and that's something that would just not happen. Supercell highlighted the builder walking off the village in this manner as well. Now, that wouldn't happen in the game right now. There's no reason for the builder to walk outside of the size of the village. Does this mean that the builder is going somewhere else? I don't necessarily think a third village. I think that's now starting to get a bit too much. But it could mean something. Something, a different mechanic that we've never seen. Now let's tie this in a little bit to information we have received from Supercell from outside of the video. Darian said in an interview with Galadon that they were looking at ways for people that were maxed out in order to use their resources. That's got to mean something in terms of upgrades, or I don't know. Perhaps that's where the builder is going. We also received information again from Darian, the Clash of Clans community manager over on Reddit, who confirmed that the map size would not be getting any bigger. So that's the village layout itself, it's not getting any bigger, which means if we were to get new buildings, new defenses, anything like that, then the village expands within its own size. It just becomes a bit more cramped. Does that mean that any upgrades are going to be an extension of upgrades we've already got? For example, Town Hall 12, the Giga Tesla, that was done in order to, or one of the reasons Supercell said it was done, was in order to minimize the impact of the village expanding, not to have a brand new defense and extra capacity within that small village. I'm assuming Town Hall 13 will follow the same phase, but the builder having a strong emphasis throughout the video and him weirdly walking off the village could mean that we are getting a whole different type of mechanic. Let me know what you think in the comments. Clue number 10, we are getting closer to that release date information, but we received this image, which was blacked out with a question mark. Now this could be the Town Hall 13 itself, however, it doesn't really look like any of the Town Hall buildings we currently have within the game. I don't think this looks like a troop. If it is a troop, it's definitely a weird looking one. So I would think this is maybe a siege machine. Now I didn't see any predictions from the community when I went through Reddit, when I went through the forums, my own video comments. I didn't really see any predictions on this, so feel free to let me know your predictions in the comments section, but I think, if anything, this must be a new siege machine. It doesn't look like a troop, it doesn't look like a building. A siege machine is the only thing that fits. Before we move on to the next clue, whilst you're down in the comments section, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because we will be bringing you all of the concrete update information as soon as we receive it. The 11th clue of the video is that we had Exhibit 13, another 13 within the video. Most of us seen that there was Exhibit 13 in the center, but there was also an Exhibit 13 to the top left of this initial image. Now, it doesn't really show us anything. There's a picture of a builder there, Exhibit 13, but it's another 13 to add to the list of 13s, and another reason that I think this must be Town Hall 13. Again, I'm interested in that show of hands, yes or no. Is it coming or is it not?
It's shaping attacks.
Shaping attacks. Now I want to hone in on this for a couple of minutes, because shaping attacks must mean something. That to me means that it's changing the meta. Now if Town Hall 13 itself is not the building which is physically attacking, I think this does 100% mean something, and what it could mean is as simple as we are getting new additions which will change the meta in the game. Whether that's a new siege machine, whether that's a new troop, I think pretty much everyone noticed the fact that there was an image of the three heroes, the builder, photobombing it, but there was definitely a torn out area, and this is pretty convincing of a fourth hero if you ask me. So in itself, that is shaping attacks, but I do think that there's an emphasis here that whatever is added to the game will be very powerful and very much in the meta. We are going to see a whole boatload of strategy, and you will see them here on the video as soon as we discover them. Now, the 13th clue that you might have missed, that Town Hall 13 is coming, and it's right at the end of the video. We picked up on the fact that the builder is holding the hammer in the air to represent the number 1 with the number 3 next to it. However, this is a little post-it note. It's kind of from a calendar. December 13. December the 13th. Now, I know that a lot of people thought, oh, December the 13th. That's the release day of this update. However, we received concrete information over on Reddit that December the 13th, whilst that is a strong indicator within the teaser video that that is the release date, that is not the release date. Outright, it is not. Darian, the community manager, said that that is a Friday. Due to that leading into the weekend, if there was any major bugs with a massive update, they just wouldn't release it on a Friday. So whilst that doesn't necessarily give us a release date, what it does tell us is that it could be December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, everything apart from December 13th. However, let's read into that a little bit more. Darian said it won't come on any of the Fridays. So we can rule out pretty much every Friday in December. Let's show you Monday the 2nd, Monday the 9th, these are the week beginning, Monday the 16th, Monday the 23rd, and Monday the 30th. They are the beginnings of the week in December. So we can take from Darian's comment that they are probably going to release this towards the start of one of the weeks in December. And I want to say that it's probably not going to be one of the initial weeks. If anything, it's going to be the latter half of December, if I were to have a guess. I think that just putting out there December, there is always chances of delays, things getting held back. So I think they must be pretty confident this is coming in December. There's always a chance it's not, but they must be pretty confident to say December. Maybe they're giving themselves a little bit of leeway here in case there is a delay. I want to say that it's probably not towards the first half of the month, but let me know. Week beginning Monday the 2nd, week beginning Monday the 9th, week beginning Monday the 16th, 23rd or 30th. Give me your prediction down in the comments alongside that yes or no. That wraps it up for this video. 13 hidden clues that you missed. That Town Hall 13 is coming to Clash of Clans. Now, we started a new series very recently where we showcase pro players in the Legends League doing their attacks, and I want to link you across to that video right here. Go ahead and watch it, guys, because it will help you out. If you are looking to improve, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, because we will be bringing you more update information as soon as we get it. But that wraps it up for this one. Until next time, peace out.